she decided to go for it. Her mother needed her help and she felt she simply had to give it a try. Besides, what did she have to lose? Meghan powdered herself and put the diaper on. She then wore one of her nicer, translation, non-frayed, pairs of jeans and a shirt her grandmother had gotten her for Christmas. Though it fit tightly under her jeans, Meghan's reflection gave no indication that she was wearing anything other than a normal pair of panties. It took a carefully trained eye to detect any kind of bulge, and Meghan sincerely doubted any of her family members would be looking anyway. The crinkling sound, however, practically gave it away. "God, I'm such a dork," Meghan remarked as she combed her hair. "Please let this work." Just as she was beginning to have second thoughts, Drew announced they were leaving. Nancy remained upset, but when Drew asked if she'd rather they stay home, she refused. Her pride would not allow her to back down. As the three older children filed into the backseat of Drew's car, Meghan was reminded of all the weekend visits to see her grandparents when she was younger. They were nice people and she couldn't help but think so, even when her grandmother tried to lightly pry into her life or her grandfather always gave Stephen bigger gifts than Carrie or she. Her grandparents on her mother's side were nice too, she supposed, though they were old and in poor health and like distant strangers to her. Still, Meghan counted herself lucky. Sabrina had lost all her grandparents. Des's grandmother was prone to fits of malevolent shouting. Kylie's grandparents had practically disowned her. Jim Edmonds went 3 for 5 yesterday with a homer, Stephen commented. He had elected the Cardinals center fielder as his new personal idol, replacing past favorites such as wrestling's The Rock, Karl Malone, and a soccer player with an unpronounceable name, and spoke frequently of his accolades. Meghan rolled her eyes. She saw another sports conversation coming and felt like running for cover. At least he wasn't still hooked on the soccer guy. That would have reminded her too much of Ted. "Oh yeah?" Drew replied. "Billy's friend Rob says he has a signed rookie card, but I think he's full of shit." Everyone expected Nancy to condemn Stephen for his use of profanity, but instead she stared out the window in a disinterested stupor. "Watch the mouth," Drew cautioned after an awkward pause.